This game makes a strong argument for the fact that there is no such thing as a routine win in hockey. Avs win 3-1 over the New Jersey Devils.
Alex Newhook!
Oh boy.
Whoa!
Now, on the surface, this win may seem quite routine, like many games have for the Avs this season, but when you look at the context, it's a little bit different. Yes, the Avs led 3-0 at one point, and were never really in jeopardy of losing this hockey game. But when you look at the other factors, including the fact that this was a back-to-back, the Avs are still missing 2 of their top 6 forwards, they're playing their backup goaltender, and the bigger factor of nonsense here, there were 6 posts hit in this hockey game. 2 from the Devils, and 4 from the Avs, including a double doinker. This game is about 6 inches away from being 7-3 instead of 3-1. Despite all of the posts, this still wasn't the most interesting game in the world. In the first period, it did feel like the Avs were a little bit stuck in second gear on the back-to-back, trying not to burn out their legs too early. New Jersey, honestly, for most of the game, really didn't generate much that was dangerous. And ultimately, the Avs' high-end players really didn't do a ton in this hockey game. It was their depth that came through and got them the lead. The second period, though, did separate the men from the boys. The Avs turned it up. They outshoot the Devils 14-4 in the period. They take over the game and get to kick it into cruise control. 3 minutes into the second, the most snake-bit player on the Avs finally gets one into the back of the net. This is just an extremely well-executed play by the Avs all around. First, Josh Manson picks off of a stretch pass to the blue line and quickly gets it up the ice to his forwards, catching the Devils out a little bit, at very least creating a 3-on-2. Helm comes up the wall and just looks to fire it in towards the net. This is the fourth line. They're not trying to do anything fancy. They're just trying to generate opportunities. He nearly hits Cogliano, cutting to the net. It doesn't quite go in, but it creates a rebound where Logan O'Connor has crashed and finds it. He turns, fires, and does not put a very good shot on this. It's going to miss wide, but it bounces in off of the stick of a Devil and directly up into the top of the net like he planned it. It always seems to be a funky one like that breaks those poor streaks of play. Great to see Logan O'Connor get on the board, and also great to see the Avs' bottom line really competing hard for those spots. No matter who they end up going with, I think you're going to feel confident. All right, now raise your hand if you're surprised that Andrei Burakovsky is scoring in bunches. No one should have their hand up, just so we're clear. Let me sell Arturi Lehkonen to you with one singular play. The Avs get the blue line, and Burakovsky actually makes a pretty errant pass here. It's not particularly close to anyone as he tries to go to the far side, but Lehkonen just hustles his butt off to go and get this puck. He's expecting it to come to the middle. He has to turn, get on his horse to get to this puck. He doesn't even win the race, but he still is fast enough and aggressive enough to get his stick out there and create a turnover off of it to now control the puck deep in the zone, where he can find a little bit of space off of a tiny bit of a screenplay here from Comfer, and then his skill shines through. As Berkey has snuck to the middle of the ice, Lehkonen has not only recognized it, he's going to be able to pull off the pass as he cuts it back behind the man charging him. Berkey from the slot, yeah, you know this is going to end well. It's in the net, even as Dougie Hamilton tries to cheat by knocking the net over. We are seeing the Avs' middle six evolve at an extremely quick rate here with Lehkonen and obviously Nichushkin, Burakovsky, all of the pieces they've still had. They're still solid, but the way they are meshing with the new pieces there, whether it be Newhook moving up in the lineup or seeing some other players slip up into those roles, Comfer, Lehkonen, as we already mentioned, you'll even see some other guys get some middle six minutes for various reasons. The Avs are becoming a completely flexible machine on the offensive side. You can put nearly anyone with anyone in their top 9 and feel pretty good about it. And to really hammer the nail home, the Avs get their seemingly mandatory power play goal to make it 3-0. The Avs' power play in its current form continues to be very fluid. You'll notice McKinnon moving around a lot, as well as Makar. And what all this movement of the players alongside the puck does is it forces the Devils to be active. It forces them to move around. As the puck gets moving around, the Devils have to cover different players. They have to switch. They have to swap. And that leaves openings in the defense. Lehkonen, the man in front that ends up completely uncovered when this puck eventually comes across to Mikko. Mikko throws a shot on. Maybe not the greatest shot in the world, but it does create a quality rebound, and that's where Lehkonen, left all alone, has all day to finish one. So despite all of the external factors, or internal factors, whatever, in this hockey game, the Avs make it look easy. As mentioned, the third period was total cruise control. The Avs only got 4 shots on goal, but limited New Jersey to just 10, which isn't great, but up 3-0 with 1 period to play on a back-to-back, yeah, you live with that. Unfortunately, Francouz does lose his shutout bid because of some sloppy defense, though. Byram nearly gets beat and gives up a breakaway here, but does a decent job getting back with EJ, and what should be a puck out of the zone in the Avs' possession gets a little bit sloppy because they end up giving up the puck and then losing a puck battle in the middle, despite committing all 3 players deep to the corner. You just have to win the puck battle there, otherwise you're giving a wide-open opportunity in the middle of the ice to Jesper Bratt, and he makes it count. That got you to your 3-1 final. The Avs really did play a solid hockey game top to bottom. I have very few complaints in this one. And I think it's an interesting conversation for the Avs right now because, yes, expectations are that they are supposed to win. But at the same time, you can't take anything for granted. They have to go out there and do the job. And sometimes it's not as straightforward as it seems. The only thing that counts is the scoreboard at the end of the game, but it's far more interesting when you look into how the scoreboard got to where it did. That is the end of this very short game video review. Thank you for watching. Head on over to thednvr.com for all of our coverage. I am Rudo, and it's time to ride the party bus.
Avalanche time, come on, grab your friends.